Well, obviously we're here to talk about your newest fragrance.
Yes.
And the thing for me, so I haven't smelt it yet because I wanted to smell it kind of live with you guys. But
live reaction.
No, live reaction. And the thing, my question is always like, because obviously there's 4 of you.
Yeah.
Like, how do you actually manage to agree on what it's gonna, because you must have different tastes.
Yeah, me and Jane have got quite similar tastes with smells.
Yeah.
But then I think because the last one was very, what's the word? Musky. It was very sophisticated. It was a very grown-up smell. So we felt like for this one, we wanted it to be more fun and quite, what's the word?
It's a bit more fruity.
Sweet and fruity and more summery.
Start smelling it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it is definitely
Do you know what I mean?
lighter, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Whereas the other one was more mature, I would say. This one's more fun, more summery.
But do you literally go like, okay, did you bring kind of like fragrances you like and go, okay, I want it to be a bit more like that? And
Yeah.
Like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
definitely.
that's
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
want it to be like
kinda.
this.
And we smell like different tones, like we'll smell like vanilla-y smells and fruity smells, and we're like, oh, can we combine this and take that out? Like it's a really long process until you like finally get like what you think is a perfect perfume.
And when you guys perform, do you wear fragrance or not? It's all one of those things. So obviously you're like like you guys are energetic, you're dancing. I wonder, do you wear fragrance or do you
I think when we're performing we don't really. When we go out on a night out, I think it's really important to smell nice when
And
you're meeting and
day-to-day as
greeting
well, though.
people.
I think
that's
when
true.
you meet people like through the day and they give you a cuddle or a kiss on the cheek and then they're like, ooh, what are you wearing? Like, I like when people do
Yeah.
that.
Or when you get in like a taxi or something and the taxi driver's
Yeah.
like, oh, you smell lovely. Oh, thank you. I'm just wearing Wishmaker.
Thank you, it's mine.
Yeah.
And that's where you can
Exactly.
buy it. And also, because I was noticing, because obviously you guys love makeup and we love makeup at Glamour. I mean, we're like makeup obsessed. And I when I walked in, I was like, oh, I'm feeling like left out. Because you guys all kind of matched the
lid
fragrance.
and
The
the
lid,
bottle.
yeah, the fragrance.
And growing up, has fragrance always been something that, you guys were into, or is it something that kind of you got into as you got older? Was this like, do you remember your first kind of fragrance?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
ever
Like you
wore?
always remember, like even from like being like 5 when you smell your mum's perfume and you're like sitting at her dressing table trying to like be her. Yeah, like from a very young age you get used to like smelling perfumes and stuff, and then when you get to like comprehensive school and you finally get your first perfume.
Yeah, and what I love as well, different perfumes remind you of different parts of your life, like or different holidays that you go on. 'Cause you always take a holiday perfume, don't you?
Yes.
So like they always remind you of different things.
Do you remember what like your first one was, or kind of what something that compelled you
I think
to?
mine was Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue.
Oh, nice.
I still use that. I'm obsessed
it's great.
with that.
And then I love the Britney
Spears.
Oh, yeah.
I love fantasy.
Everyone had that.
Fantasy
Yeah.
and then Curious is quite good as well.
The
You've
pink
got
bottle
gem.
for me was fantasy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Loved that.
Gems in it.
But everybody knew that perfume, didn't they? Fantasy.
Yeah.
When you smell, you know what that one was.
But they still do really well. They do
Yeah.
massively well.
Yeah.
We just brought out another one. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Britney. We're here to talk about you guys. So I do want to go back to the makeup because, like I said, at Glamour, we are obsessed, and I'm kind of pretty obsessed with your looks. And I remember, I don't know if you remember, when you came to the Glamour Awards this year, I was one of the people who interviewed you on the red carpet.
Yes, I remember.
And I was like, you guys look like, I was literally, I love the fact that you're not ashamed of the fact that you love makeup. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so many, and I feel like when you guys do your looks, you really kind of think about it as individuals as well. So I know today, obviously, we're matching, but I wanted to ask you, when you first started out, did you go more for a uniform look and then you worked towards your personalities more, or did you always feel you matched more your own
Oh
personalities?
no, we always, from the very beginning, we've always gone with what we feel comfortable with, and also we've got different colour skin tones, different colour hair. So what may suit me would never suit Perry. So no, we're very individual. We like to keep it that way. I think that's what, in a way, brings us together. I like that we're all different. I think it's cool.
Yeah, like even our lips today, even though we've went for
We've
the
got
perfume.
different
Yeah, it's slightly
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
So, and also different, like there's more matte, more
Yeah.
shiny.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of love that you have personality and you're not just like kind of a copy of, we're all the same. Okay, we all have to, But are there any looks when you look back that you think, oh God, I'm never ever in my life
my
do
God,
I want to
yes.
do this again? But give me an example, girls.
X Factor.
Yeah.
All of it? Or
Yeah,
just some of
For me,
it?
it would be.
Eyelashes with like baubles on the
But this wasn't our choice. We just got it flung on our face, and we didn't have a choice. We didn't want to say anything because we didn't want to be divas.
But I've never heard anyone say you guys are divas.
I know, but I feel like if we did then, everyone would have been like, oh, what divas.
But can I
like,
just say
very
as well,
early stages we didn't know how to say no.
And we went from wearing hardly anything, like didn't really
to
know about makeup,
everything.
to all of a sudden just having a full face like every day, really.
Yeah.
So we had to get used to that. But obviously now, like we've evolved and we know what suits us, we know what we love on our face, and we know what like makes us look good.
Yeah.
And we've had Adam Burrell, our makeup artist, from like day one.
Yeah.
So we've kind of grown to kind of learn a lot about makeup.
You like stole my next question. As in, you just made. I was going to ask you because you've been very faithful to Adam as your makeup artist. So can you each one of you tell me what's the one thing he taught you about your own, the way you do your makeup that you've kind of like learned from him, the main thing.
For me, I've got like quite chubby cheeks, so I think contour is like my go-to. Like it's so important for me.
What's the secret though? Because you know how sometimes you see people, because I look at you and you're contoured today, and I know it's makeup because we're being filmed, but it's natural. You don't have stripe down your cheek. So what is the secret, like especially for you, that you do you use cream or powder? Sorry, we have to have details.
I would use powder, and obviously you get those like shaped brushes that are just specifically for contour, like the smaller ones.
Yeah, it makes it easier to go on.
Yeah, and you can get it like really good on. And no lines, nothing too heavy. It has to be natural looking. So yeah.
And what's the best tip you picked
Oh
up?
God, I'd probably say contour. I never used to wear contour because I always used to think, I was scared of it. Probably contour. The right eyelashes for your eyes, for the shape of your eye, I think is always good. Like when we were on X Factor, we literally got given the most horrendous eyelashes to wear, and we looked like we had no eyeballs. It was just a lash.
I find lashes so hard to I don't even know how to do it myself. Like, do you have a tip of doing it yourself?
Yeah, when you put the glue on, leave it for a bit. Don't put it straight on your eye because it's always going to slip off. Let it go a little bit tacky. Sometimes I think it goes on better when you've got a little bit of mascara on your eye and then put it on. And then always seal it with a little bit of black liner over the top of it, so you've got no glue showing.
And it's also practice as well, because I had no idea how to put lashes on.
Yeah,
but then you just practice and you
always
learn.
easy as well if you do it with tweezers. Put them on with tweezers. Trying to put them on with your fingers is hard. I mean, I find it's easier to stick them down.
I don't understand how you
Really?
do it.
Just pick it up and put it on your...
I'm useless. I'm
useless too, but I find that's a tip I think I might try.
I feel like everyone has problems with them sticking. You need to let it go tacky, and then it will stick perfectly.
What about you, Jade?
I think probably what brushes and things to use, because at the beginning when I never used to wear foundation anyways, but I'd always use that block flat brush, just cake it on like I was doing a painting. Whereas I've learned over the years what brushes to use. It doesn't have to be caked on so much, and especially as well because we've all been different hair colours, learning what kind of lips colours and stuff suit what hair colours, what eyeshadows. Always learn it to complement your hair with your outfit and everything else that's going on. So yeah, I've learned that.
Everything. Everything.
Your thing's your brows, I'd say.
Yeah, honestly, I think contour as well. I think eyelashes, especially for me, because I love the round eye look. I love eyelashes that are short at either end and longer in the middle to create a really wide eye. And then when I have a flick, I have ones that go shorter and then longer out. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yes.
So more of a...
You're like a makeup artist.
Only because of Adam, we've all learned so much from him. But I think as well as blending, no matter what you do, eyeshadow, if you've put eyeshadow on and you think you've got it wrong, just blend it and it goes better. Do you know what I mean? I think it's just practice and experimenting a bit as well. And lip liners, I never used to know what lip liner was.
Oh my gosh, right?
Lip liners, it would be a clear Barbie gloss and a clear mascara for me. And now I'm I want it all. But it's all about blending everything in so it all looks natural and not too.
And which one of you do you think is the best at actually doing makeup?
Jade.
Oh my. Jade
could be a makeup
She's a makeup
artist. She has her makeup done. I'm like, Adam's done your makeup now. She's like, I did it myself.
She's so good.
And do you have to do the other girls' makeup or not?
I
Yeah,
used
you did
to,
mine
yeah,
on
I did a
tour.
yeah.
Last tour, not the one just gone, the tour before she did my makeup. I loved it. It was great.
Did you like it?
I loved it. Yeah, she's
I'm a
great
bit
eyes.
obsessed. Like, if you go in my flat, like, it's just a makeup
She's got
shrine.
so
It's like
much.
a sweet
Oh, are you
shop.
inviting?
I'm
I'll come
addi-
to your
yes,
flat
you-
to look at all your
come and
makeup.
have a
Love
look.
that.
I'm literally addicted to like eyeshadow
Yeah.
palettes, and I don't even use half it. I just like looking at it and admiring the collection.
But you know what? So many girls, we love it. That's
I
what
love
we
it.
do.
Yeah, like,
it's just, you know, and then you watch all those. I mean, do you guys ever watch makeup tutorials on YouTube?
Sometimes,
Yeah.
not all the time.
I do. I find it
yeah,
really
she
therapeutic.
Yeah.
It is.
I
Like, you
love
see them
it.
on Facebook and stuff. It's like I hate when like people say, "Oh, like you only wear makeup for like for other people or for a boy or something."
Oh,
it's like,
no.
I just love makeup.
I
like it's
know.
an art as well.
You
Like
should
if you do
see
it
us
right,
in the Mac store.
yes.
Holy crap. We we can go to America, to Australia, to like wherever in the world we are, and we'll all go to Mac and we'll be in there for hours.
Oh my
Like,
god,
just
you're such
looking at it.
glamour girls like us. And then finally, I do have to ask you this because, you know, who would be like, is there one person that's always been your beauty icon that you kind of always think, oh, like me, for example, I'm obsessed with J-Lo at all times. I don't look anything like her, but I want to look like her. Like, is there anyone that you kind of look up and think, oh, I'm always like,
Oh, for me, it's Kim K.
yeah, oh.
All the way. All of them, the whole family. Just
Yeah.
flawless.
Brilliant makeup
Like,
artists.
it's just the most beautiful makeup. It's ridiculous.
I'd probably say Zendaya.
Yes,
She's insane.
love her.
And she does her own makeup as well, doesn't she?
Does
She's
she?
so good.
No way.
Yes, she does her own makeup.
Oh my
Most
god. Yeah,
of
but
the
when
time.
you're that picture perfectly beautiful,
Yeah,
it
she's
mustn't be
beautiful.
hard.
And obviously Rihanna as well. Look to her.
Yeah, she's great.
Makeup.
I really like Zoe Kravitz's makeup. She always gets like the right balance of like not looking too caked. She does a really good flicked eyeliner that I try to copy, and I like her face.
You have a nice flicked eyeliner today.
Yes, I'm flying away. Yeah, it's a big one.
And what about you, Perry?
I don't really have anyone. Like, I don't think there's anyone. You.
Obviously.
Obviously
Just
you.
joking.
I don't
No,
think there's
seriously.
like anyone that's sitting like stalk on Instagram for makeup
Used to
and
like
stuff.
Twiggy.
Yeah, Twiggy's amazing, but you can't really get away with that whole drawn on bottom eyelash thing every day.
I
can
think you could with your eyes. You've got those beautiful eyes.
you? Thank you.
No, you absolutely could. That's a
Come
really good.
anytime.
That's such a good tip.
Yeah, but no, nobody like makeup wise that I can think of.
Thank you so much for the chat. Was that
Thank
okay
you.
for you
Yeah,
guys?
thank
Really
you.
good.
Thanks for
Thank you.
really telling like your tips and things.
That's all right.
Thank
Thank you.
They're gonna love.
For more Little Mix, subscribe to Glamour down here.